Welcome to the Money Basket Podcast, Episode 1. This is Eric and Chris today on the Money Basket Podcast. We are going to be talking about how we make money, how we plan to flip money, how our investments, stocks, cars, shoes, or anything that can be considered an investment will take us to financial freedom. What's up, Chris? How's it going today?
It's going pretty good. Rainy day, so it's a little gloomy. Do you want to start off by introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name is Eric. Ericmerkz on IG or Eric Trades on IG. Two different accounts, same guy. Um,
And what got you
on
into
Discord.
investing?
What got me into investing? So I didn't. I had Robinhood. I had Robinhood back in like 2017, 2016. I remember I had two Bank of America stocks shares, but I remember I put $60, and at the time I was young, dumb, and stupid, and I didn't know that if I would have just held those $60 in there, it would at least give me some dividends. I remember I got into a situation where I had to fix my car, and I just sold the two shares I had,
Yeah.
and I never looked back at it, and I was never like, oh, let me reopen Robinhood or let me put money back into it till
And
20.
why'd you decide to
Oh,
choose Bank of America as your first stock?
I just knew that you were gonna you buy stuff that you knew. And at that moment, I had Bank of America debit card. So I was like, oh, I use Bank of America. Let me just buy Bank of America. That's my debit. That's where I have my check-ins.
Yeah.
But I got into my car. Something happened with my car where I had to pay for something, and it was super expensive. And I was like, you know what? At that time, I didn't know how to save. I didn't. I would just as fast as money came is as fast as money went. So I would just spend my money as it came. And that was really dumb. But now as an adult, I know that, you use your money to build wealth. But at the time, I just sold my two shares. Even if I would have held, probably would have been up only like $30, $20.
Mm.
But still, it's the principle of selling.
Yeah.
Um, and
And then
not
after
being
that,
able.
what was your next investment? Like, how long did it take you to come back, or did you
So I
stay
want to
in
say that
it?
no, you introduced me to trading in 2019. So it must have been like 2 years later, 2, 3 years later. And you're
Like,
like, oh, Eric, you should put something like at least $100. Do 100. Come on, do 100.
this is
And I was
options
like,
trading.
option trading, yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, nah, like I'll wait. And I was still in that like stage where I was trying to get my financial stuff uh stable. And I I remember I got my tax refund since I'm a server. I always get money back, minimum $1,000 all the time. A minimum like 1,200, something like that. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll do it. I'll put 800, half of whatever I had made that year of tax return. I'll put it in.
What'd you put those $800 into?
No, first I put $60,
Okay.
and then I turned you. We bought CVS options and um, or we bought no Under Armour.
Oh yeah, I
I
remember
bought
that play.
we bought Under Armour, and those
Yeah, we
sixty
bought
bucks
puts
turned into
on
six
Under
hundred.
Armour. So
Yeah,
80 to 600.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then I was like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Hmm.
And then me with my YOLO demon, I was like, okay, I put those 600 into the next play. What's next? I put it into CVS. I lose all of my money, every
All
gain I made.
of
And I was like, okay, I'm like, this is pretty dope. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me put the rest of the money I was going to put in there.
Okay. And how much did you end up
So,
putting in after? Or is it a total of what, 800?
yeah, so I put 800,
Uh-huh.
and then I started trading slowly. And then I started doing like better plays. Pandemic happened. I bought Roku. I bought Netflix options. I made good amount of money on there. I bought TLT. I bought and these are all options. I didn't buy shares. Um, I bought Snapchat. So my Snapchat converted it to Tesla, and I'm up like two folds on Tesla right now. and I'm still holding that portfolio. I moved it from Robinhood to TD Ameritrade, and
Yep.
honestly, that account started with like 800, right?
Yeah.
And then I put my stimulus in there, so that account went from basically me putting $2,000 from my pocket to 330K right now.
So 2030, and what? How long did it take you?
Well, I had stopped trading on here just because on the TD Ameritrade, just because I was trying to buy a house, and as you know, you're my realtor.
Yeah.
I can't really make that much money, or I can't lose money
Yeah.
during that transaction because it has to be
Yeah,
proven.
it has to be stable. When
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
looking to buy a house, you have to be in a stable place. So that's why you took the pause, correct?
yeah, yeah. I paused trading. I started trading literally right after I closed escrow, and I started making crazy amounts of money. I've been holding. I cashed out like 4,000. No, honestly, I cashed out like 6,000 from that account.
And
So
how
I've
much was
have
your account at when you started after you closed your escrow
12.
at 12?
Yeah,
And the 12, so minus 6,000, so you're playing with 6,000 of your own money,
no,
or is this
I'm
all
playing.
gains from before?
These are all gains from before in house money.
Okay.
So I have zero money in that account.
Uh,
But
okay.
I also had a M1 account where that account was worth like 20 altogether with the cash I had in there and the stocks I had like 22,000. And then I had my Vanguard that was worth like 12,000 right there, but I liquidated it when I purchased the home just cuz I felt like me buying the home was going to be a better investment than keeping it in a Roth for 50 plus years.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So I liquidated that. I liquidated my M1. So my M1, I went from 22,000 to now I'm sitting at $500. I restarted buying $50 every week.
Nice. Okay.
Um, I have a Coinbase account worth I want to say I put like 5,000, but now it's only worth like 3,000 with all these dumps.
And I know you've been getting into crypto recently. Why is that? What's pushing you towards crypto now?
I see there's a longevity. So I see that there's a real place for crypto, that it's more real now. If you didn't think it was real, if you don't think it's gonna be real now, by the time you get on the boat in 2 3 years, you're gonna be that boat's gonna sail.
I mean,
So
there's
right
always
now,
entrance. You don't have to jump in right in the beginning because there's always
yeah,
risk right in the beginning.
yeah, but the bigger the risk, the bigger the rewards.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what coins are you buying? Like
Yeah.
Ethereum, Bitcoin. Obviously, those are the ones you're buying. But after that, it's like that's where you're like, what else should I buy?
Yeah.
Because you don't really have info on everything else. So you
Everything's a
could
hit
buy.
or miss after that.
Yes, correct. Like everything could go to not zero, but you could lose at least half or not more than what you invested in. So a lot of it could be a pump and dump. That's a scary part.
Yeah. So the
But
things with those coins is you have to make sure that the people behind those coins are delivering on what they're saying they're gonna deliver on. Because if
yeah,
they
yeah,
say
do your due
they're gonna
diligence. I
give you,
agree.
yeah, if they say they're gonna give you a yield and they don't give you a yield, then obviously that coins is gonna get dumped.
Yeah, like the coin I really like, the one I really like right now is Polygon.
Polygon, the
Matic.
Matic. Yep.
Yeah, it's a layer two system where it's creating gas fees cheaper for you to make purchases or transactions.
Yeah.
And since there's so much like NFTs and meta world, all of these things are going to come into place, and
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time when it pops off, and you're like, damn, I should have bought it when it was $2.
And
I should have bought it when it was $1.
is there a project behind Meta currently that you're pushing for? Like, is there an NFT? Is there a metaverse? Is there something behind it already, or is it just off of speculation?
No, it's already being used to do. It's already being implemented for gas fees. So it's just making like instead of you paying $50 $200 for gas fees, you're paying $1, $2, $10. So instead
And
of paying Ethereum gas fees, you're paying Polygon gas fees.
and the only way to get into this Polygon, the artists have to themselves select that as their currency, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But the more it's used and the more people realize that it's cheaper to use, the more popular it becomes.
So it seems like it's a piggyback off of Ethereum itself.
Yes, it is. So
Okay.
the better Ethereum does, the better Polygon does. The better Polygon does, the better Ethereum does. So they're inverted. No, would it be called inverted? They follow each other
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Okay. And is there any projects you're currently looking at within the Polygon network, or no? Or is it
No, just
just the
holding.
coin itself?
Just the coin itself. I feel like it has a potential there. And if not, I'm willing to lose my investment too.
And I know you mentioned NFTs. Is there an NFT project you're currently looking at?
Yeah. Well, today I bought a new crypto fly.
You crypto
They
flying what?
yeah, they honestly on here I follow them on their Discord. They have like a good amount of people like on here. I'm just still new to it. I just really like the fly. It was a fly with the ape on it. And
I
then
know
I
this is
also
going off of the Bored Ape Club's success, correct?
yeah, correct.
All right.
But it's you dip your toes in it a little bit. $200, $300. I'm okay to lose that.
Yeah, that's
Um,
not a bad amount.
yeah, they're not expensive, but also they're not cheap.
A project I'm
Um,
currently looking at is either the Gen Zs or the Fox Fams. I bought a couple of both of them. I bought the Gen Z at, I believe, 0.01, and I bought a Fox Fam, which I'll show you in a little bit. I bought it at point 0.2, which at the time was like about $1,000. Right now they're trading at 0.14, so it's down about like $300. But
yeah,
within the next month or so, they're both supposed to be yielding a coin soon, which should help raise the value of them.
okay. Is there any way I could see those or
Uh, yeah, I can send them to you right over. Let me see. I'll just copy the links to them for you.
and so they're yielding coins.
Yeah, within the next month. So the Gen Z is going to be yielding coin within the next week, and the Fox fam is actually going to still building out their coin, but
Oh
they're
yeah, I
gonna
like the Gen Zs.
but they're gonna be giving out 3D models of your 2D Fox fam.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, you're still gonna have to pay the minting fee, but you get access to it for just holding it. So I sent
Let me
both of
see.
those over to you, so you can take a look at those.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Gen Z one. Looks cool.
The only problem I see with the Gen Z one is going to be that it has such a low trade volume. It only has like 479 Ethereum, but because of the price that it's at, so that little bit means that it's traded a lot.
Yeah, the Fox fam. But the Fox fam is around the same, right?
No, it's actually about a point more. So it's 0.14 and Gen Z's at 0.026. Fox Fam's traded 3,007 Ethereum.
Oh, these are cool.
That's three.
I never saw these. And what's the thing behind Fox fam?
So it's gonna be the main thing behind Fox Fam is gonna be the artist that developed it. It's a guy named Yums.
Yeah.
Supposedly he's a pretty big like artist in the NFT world. Um, so there's that. They're building the coin behind it that's gonna yield. They have a pretty nice roadmap. Let me see if I can send you that image over because these are all coming directly from their Discord. So I'll send you.
Yeah.
They have a pretty nice roadmap, which is going to be what they plan on doing for the next couple months and next couple years, pretty much. well, till the end of next year. So they're gonna plan on doing a game behind it, which is gonna be with the animated 2D model that you get when you purchase the NFT. So you're gonna be able to play as your character that you own. They're also gonna drop 3D NFT versions of those, which you can put into other metaverses like Decentraland or Sandbox and stuff like that.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, and then I believe they're also gonna create like a liquid, like a pool where they're gonna put all the money together that's gained from like royalties to help
Yeah.
other projects come up. So they're
So
gonna
it
they're gonna
didn't be a like a
so it's like a fund.
your Kickstarter kind of.
Yeah. It's like a fund using the royalties of the initial project.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's that behind it. You're supposedly there is going to be like companions to your fox or stuff, but that's like a lot later down the line.
How many do you own?
I own one because I got them when they initially dropped, and I paid zero point 0.2 Ethereum instead of the 0.14. So
Yeah.
I'm probably looking to get another one soon, but I'm
So you're gonna like
just
average down.
essentially, yeah. But either way, they're gonna yield a coin that's gonna be used to buy stuff inside of their metaverse,
Okay.
which could essentially later you can sell those items for even more. So it's like another investment.
Okay. And this one they're dropping their thing this week or what?
No, this is gonna be the one that they're supposedly dropping it within the next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there a certain time you need to have them or hold them or?
So for them, I believe the longer you've held it, the more that the coin will yield to you.
Mm,
So they're trying to give prizes to the people who've held the longest to just make sure people keep holding them.
yeah.
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 But
I like some that I see on here.
yeah, a project that I really like that I'm not in right now is going to be the Doge Pound Studios. I don't know if you've seen those ones around.
No, I
It's
haven't.
gonna be a project with a lot of like big names inside of it. It's gonna be like Ben Baller, a bunch of like big celebrities, and like it just has a lot of big people behind it. I know they're holding they're holding a concert with Steve Aoki, which is
Really?
pretty crazy.
What's it called? Doge what? Doge pound?
Yeah, Doge Pound. Now they have currently, I believe, two different collections. They have the regular original Doge Pound, and then they have the puppies. The Doge Pound itself, for a floor price of one of those, you're looking at 1.4 Ethereum, which is like
Yeah,
nine
I seen
thousand
these.
dollars somewhere around
Yeah.
those. Yeah, I remember they were trading. Like I seen them when they were trading at like point 0.2,
I
and
saw them too when they were
yeah,
cheaper.
and I didn't have the capital to like buy one of these, and I just didn't want to put the money into it. But
Yeah.
yeah, they went pretty crazy. Like right after, like maybe a week or 2 weeks after that, they went pretty crazy.
No, no, yeah, I seen these dogs.
Yeah, and then they also have the puppies, which are trading at 0.25. I don't believe they really have too much like utility behind them or anything. I know
Yeah.
they do this thing where you can stake your puppies and your dogs, and they yield some sort of coin or something. But you also have to put it up, meaning somebody else can take the dog you have, and you can lose the one you have. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different things going on with them.
What about these doodles?
The doodle. I heard the doodles are really good. I don't know too much about them. I know when they released, they were like super exclusive, which made them run up in price.
Yeah.
Like the only way to get the doodle was because you were in a Discord that was like invited through Twitter by answering like riddles and stuff.
Oh,
And that
really?
yeah, that was the only way you were able to like actually mint them when they dropped. So as soon as they dropped, they just like skyrocketed because people didn't have access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now, well, they're actually way higher than they were before. The average price before was what 1 Ethereum. It's now trading at around 4.7. Yeah, but I don't know if they have like a roadmap or anything or any utility behind them. I'm pretty sure they're gonna develop something behind it.
Yeah,
There's no way a coin or NFT trades 34,000 Ethereum and not get some more support.
yeah, yeah. Or it'll also be a scam.
Uh, yeah, I remember back in the beginning, there was scams where like one NFT collection would just be bought and sold between the same people, just creating like a fake market for it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why NFTs were like considered fake.
Yeah,
It's a
and like
scam.
all the top trending ones were like the top like moving volume of the day or something. They were all fake. They were just being
Fake.
transferred. Yeah, they were just being transferred through the same wallets.
That's how they get you. Besides NFTs, what are you holding for like stocks or crypto?
As far as crypto, I'm only holding the main two, which is going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't have any of the like altcoins. I decided to just sell all like out of all of them. I know there's like potential there, but it's just having too many where like you want to be in too many where it doesn't make sense for you to be in all of them if they're all just going to come down and one of them's going to just like break you even.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the main reason I sold out of most of like the altcoins. I just have the two main ones, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm gonna just be holding those for quite a while. As far as stocks, I've moved most of my stock into AMC, not AMC, AMD, and I've been trying to move most of it into Apple. Uh, Both great companies. I know they're going to continue to like innovate and move forward. That's the main reason I'm doing that. Other than that, I did buy quite a bit of Roblox last week when it came down to about like 80 or $90.
Oh yeah, that was the sale.
Yeah, I bought some more just because there's so many companies collabing with them. They have Nike, they have Polo, they have like all these fashion companies coming in and trying to build a marketplace in their ecosystem. And I,
Yeah,
I just figured that made more sense.
yeah. That's probably like NFT or Meta.
Yeah, that's like your metaverse play. Well, that's my metaverse play within the stock industry. I like the stocks in general.
Okay. And uh, you sell real estate. So how's that going?
As far as like work as real estate, it's kind of rough. It's mainly just doing like cold calls and a lot of hangups and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
other
that's part
than
of the job. Though.
yeah, that's the main job. It's just calling people, trying to advertise. Like the rest of like the actual work. Like once you get the clients, it's all easy. All the hard stuff comes when like you're trying to acquire business. It's the same as like any small business. Just like building the clientele is what's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you could be more active in other places that could draw you more clients, like social
Uh,
and all this stuff?
like in social media, definitely I could be a lot more active, but it's just about finding what to post. Sometimes it's a little hard to figure out what to put and
I
like
feel like
like what works and what doesn't work.
yeah, I feel like being at least asking questions to your audience on Instagram would probably give you an upper hand too, or just making shorts like reels, I guess they're called.
The reels, like the TikToks forms,
Yeah, kind of just be like, oh, today's interest rate went up or it went down, or this how much it moved,
that'd be
or like
good for
how
marketing.
yeah, like how yield and the bond and everything helps you make decisions on when to try to get locked in on a rate or when's
That
the best time. How's the
yeah.
inventory today? I feel like those types of things, keeping people informed,
Hmm.
will also it's like you feeding um giving water to your plants or like, oh look, they're growing. The more you're in their feed, the
Yeah.
more that you're gonna be the first one they think about when they're gonna buy a house.
Yeah,
Oh
that's a thing in our industries where it's like it doesn't matter if somebody knows somebody already. It's the person who's always consistently there.
yeah,
That's the person they're gonna go to.
yeah, and I feel like that should probably help you um
Yeah, I
bringing
definitely
more.
got to push more for reels, more for social media and stuff like that.
Yeah. Other than that, is inventory low? Is it high?
Oh,
How's it?
inventory is still crazy low. Like to find a house within like a decent range at the moment, it's like slim to none. Like
Really?
I've had a couple couples like looking for condos in the area and looking for like single homes, but for their price range that they're looking at, like you're not really finding much. I know there was one condo listed on the market. It was listed for like 400,000 for like a 200 square foot condo. It's
Wow.
like you're basically getting a closet for that price.
Yeah.
And I had a client message me like, "Is this a mistake or is this correct?" I was like, "No, that looks like exactly what you're gonna be getting. You're gonna be getting a closet there."
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I remember when we were shopping, people
Yeah.
were outbidding us 50K and 50K to 100K. That thing was crazy.